what we do here. If it happened, it's happening, or it's been talked about. The gist is right here on the show. You know, we bring you the news in a very relaxed atmosphere. In the country today, as since about 2-3 days ago, it's been all about NSAS. The celebrities in Nigeria, the musicians, the actors, the comedians, all of them.
I'm joking this time around.
Nigerians, they have accused SARS of unnecessary bullying, carrying laptops becoming a crime. They have said that when SARS sees any youth, male, now, most times in dreadlocks or carrying laptop, you know, wearing tattoo, having their, they seem to just conclude that these people are criminals. Unfortunately, violence, sparked off in some parts of the country.
We need the police force to protect us, not to kill us.
While calling on the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Akim Odumosu, to provide protection for the protesters. Also, the first public relations officer, Frank Mba, this is our PRO, DCP Frank Mba, he went on national TV. What did he say? He said that many youths are using this hashtag NSAS to build fan base. Is it for real? The Minister of Youth is also standing with Nigerian youth this morning. Sunday Dare on Twitter is saying, if we stigmatize our youth as criminals, paint them all with one brush as Yahoo boys within our borders, harass, attack, and arrest them indiscriminately even before they get the chance to defend themselves, aren't we as a country destroying their reputation and chances to succeed? That's coming from the Minister of Youth. A nice one there. However, our presidency spoke. Our president said that the IGP has told me about all that is happening. I have heard you people know, I have heard the concerns of Nigeria regarding the excesses, and I'm going to ensure that personnel are brought to justice. That is our president talking there. But he's also appealing to Nigerians to have patience and calm down.
They should be
calm down. Youth are calling for the end of SARS. The government is saying we're going to reform SARS. Do you think we need a reformation or we need to end SARS? The show is Perspectives. You know that what we do here is to give you the gist. If it happened, it's happening, or it's been talked about. The old gist is here on the show. This morning we're talking in Nigeria. It's all about karma.
The law of karma.
The law of karma. The number law of karma.
It's a different one this time around.
The number law of karma is anything that goes up will definitely come down. But this karma. You know what we do here? We try to break down the news so that everybody, the layman, can understand what is happening in the polity, and that's why we're here. Barrister is speaking grammar. I want to break this thing down. NGOs, so this same law is affecting them, but because of churches, they are there. Now, they got in the layman's language. Government is saying that in case there is fraud, in case somebody has taken somebody money from somewhere, money is disappearing and flying, and snakes are eating up money and things like that. It's happening. In such cases, the government the CSC will come in, they will investigate, and if they find that the person is guilty, they will just remove the board of trustees, and they will go and bring some other now from somewhere.
The caveat, the caution, is the fact that right now the government lacks what we call trust capital.
The saying goes that he who comes to equity must do so with clean hands.
If the government brings in, takes off the board of trustees and brings in new people, is it forever, or do they have a time frame?
Are you saying that now that the churches should just go and calm down?
I'm not saying that. And as a Christian, I'm challenging the Christian community. How involved are you in the governance system? Get involved in politics. Don't stay back. Don't be too spiritual.
If it happened, it's happening, or it's being talked about. The gist is right here on the show. And you know that here on Perspectives, we don't only bring you the gist. We try as much as possible to break down the news so that everybody Everybody can understand even all the big grammar in the that is in the news. Another, what will I call it? Let's say buhaha going on right now at the University of Lagos. The Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe, he was removed though. Our popular ASU, chairman of ASU, has raised strong allegation against Dr. Babalakin. He said that Dr. Babalakin is the main architect behind this sack. They are now calling on the Senate, say Senate to come and enter this matter. Cannot do but go to the social media. I'm leaving you with Reno Omokri this morning. Life is short, eternity is long. Thus, the best use of life is to use it to prepare for eternity. You don't believe in life after death. Okay, when your phone stops working, does your SIM card die? Likewise, your body, when your body dies, your spirit lives on. Here on the show, if it happened, it's happening, or it's being talked about. The gist is right here on the University College Hospital, or your state versus or your state government. Do you know what they are dragging? There's a saga about 118 million naira. About we have spent to we did not see money. Money is flying in the air. Money is somewhere. You know, Nigeria.
We have given. I did not receive.
I did not receive. That's
is it dispatch?
After Habib has given us a lowdown of the gist, Habib, over to you. Let's hear.
Okay. Yes. 118 million naira has been transferred, has been given. The recipient says I've not gotten it. The giver says I've given it.
I've spent. Contractor has not delivered.
Contractor has not delivered. A lot of mix-up. But in actual fact, it's really much ado about semantics.
Exactly. Your state government has paid for it. The contractor hasn't delivered. So you say she's saying we have not seen.
I have spent, but I have spent.
Oh my God!
So,
in this country, it's just drama. We are coming to this COVID-19 money later.
Okay.
Later.
COVID-19 money.
It's still COVID just up. Wow. That's just it.
Yeah.
But what's the gist there this morning? The gist is that the freeze.
Oh yeah, that the freeze was called out on Twitter.
the gist. What's his connection with Oshpon?
Yeah, people, you know, internet doesn't forget. That's the language, not Twitter. Internet does not forget. So people went, got to the previous post he has, made on Hush Puppy. They were now, bringing it up like, oh, okay, so this Hush Puppy has now been arrested, as it were, for fraud. Well, you couldn't talk about this, but you could talk about pastors, and they were dragging him on social media and all that. But he came out yesterday actually to do a YouTube video explaining his own side, his own side of the story. And it's those are the things that make social media interesting. Anyway. It said a lot about it's in the line of duty. Oh yeah.
That's what I wanted to hear.
It's in the line of duty, and during the program, Hush Puppy actually told viewers his source of income. So who is he to now say this is not his source of income?
After all, he's not an investigator.
He's not an investigator.
He's just a broadcaster.
Up till now, he hasn't even been convicted. He's still a suspect. He's still a suspect. So he cannot come out to now call somebody a fraud when he doesn't have evidence. So stuff like that. But then we enjoyed the back and forth. So, sometimes it is like that.
Well,
internet never forgets, really.
Let's say APC, So the National Working Committee said that they would not attend that virtual meeting. But President came out to say that he is attending. Okay. So they boycotted it. Okay. So at that NEC meeting, that's the APC NEC meeting, they decided to, okay, you people, you are on your own. No? They decided to say, okay, we are dissolving this National Working Committee, the present National Working Committee, and they decided to replace the NWC with the caretakers, what they call caretaker or special convention committee. So that's the committee that will be doing the work of the NWC for now. these people. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
I've
been really avoiding to talk about this U.S. election, but then this year's American election is really an interesting one. This particular year's election has so many similarities with what happens here in Nigeria. Elections are not over. Candidates already going to Supreme Court. We even heard of cases of, can you believe it, food sharing in America during election. Is this happening for real? It's like these people are learning very fast from Nigerian politicians. One thing though, violence was not recorded anywhere, even with all the we no go agree here and there. Coming back to governance in Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, when he became the president of Nigeria, he did so many medical trips. Generally, Nigeria is losing so much to medical tourism. The Senate Committee on Federal Character and Intergovernmental Affairs, they have asked house officials to put the clinic, as in the Aso Rock Clinic, into a good shape. They have asked that the clinic should be equipped and ensure that presidents will have no need to travel abroad for medical treatment anymore. But now I have left Aso Rock and I'm going straight to Ekiti State. In the past week, Ekiti State government, they have uncovered the payment of 20 million naira monthly as salary for 362 ghost workers in local government. I started all the way from Aso Rock. I went down to Ekiti State. Now I am in Delta State. In the past few weeks, there had been reports of deaths from a kind of strange illness in Delta State. Delta State government came out on Friday to say that finally they have been able to unravel the cause of these deaths. They have said that the deaths were caused by yellow fever. Talking about #EndSARS protest. A particular pharmacist in the person of Basi Israel, he was, according to him, he was in charge of the #EndSARS medical team in Port Harcourt. And he has alleged that his account has remained frozen since October 15. Some other person has also come out. She's another person. She's a lawyer. She's also a promoter of #EndSARS. And then she is accusing the Nigerian Immigration Service of preventing her from traveling. I don't leave the show without bringing you what's happening on social media. Dr. Dipo Awojide on Twitter is saying that the federal government and CBN should not be blocking accounts and dragging young people to court in one breath and asking young people to come sit down and talk in another. They need to rebuild confidence, trust, and allow this issue to die while ensuring justice for victims. We call it a wrap on that note this morning. Yes, you know that the show, here on the show, if it happened, it's happening, or it's been talked about. The gist is right here on the show.